Good afternoon and welcome back to Ibiza. We're back in the FSLabs A321 CEO with CFM 56 engines and the Sharklets. We'll be operating flight Delta Echo 1501 from LEIB Ibiza up to Frankfurt EDDF. Call sign for today's flight will be Condor 7 Kilo Yankee. We're expecting a runway 06 departure via the Cadre 4 Romeo departure. We'll get our initial climb in a minute, but our cruising altitude will be 360 today, and we're expecting a 7 left arrival into Frankfurt via the Impax 5 Charlie arrival. So let's get in here and make sure that we're getting ourselves set up. We have called for fuel and catering is on the way. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to check the MEL. So if you remember, we had the MEL item that caused us to have to run the APU the entire flight. It was the Gen 1 INOP. So believe it or not, one of the cool things about this plane is between when I flew the last flight and now, maintenance has repaired that INOP, that MEL item, automatically. I didn't like click the wrench there and clear it myself, like it happened automatically. That was the first thing I went in and checked today. So that has been repaired, but we do have another MEL. It's MEL 2511-05 Alpha, which is cockpit seat adjustment deactivated. So we need to refer to the ops procedure on that. So let's pull that up. Already got it pulled up in documents. So it says 2511-05 Alpha, pilot seat electrical adjustment during cockpit preparation. If the captain seat is affected, it's not. If the first officer's seat is affected, so cockpit seat or co-pilot cockpit seats, we need to pull 122, Victor uniform, U14. So that's a pretty easy MEL. We just have to pull the circuit breaker. We're gonna come over here. So 122 Victor uniform up there, and it says U14. So U over to U14. 121 Victor uniform. There we go. So down there. Or not, it is 122. Let's make sure I'm looking at the right panel here. 122 Victor uniform. U14. Uniform. U14. Okay, so we have to pop that. And we're good. So that's all that needed to be done. Okay. So that MEL is good to go. So weather 1021. 1021. Lots of MELs recently for this aircraft. receive messages. Okay. Slot notification. Return. So we're gonna go to import that. Okay, looks like fueling is done. So let's go ahead and begin our boarding now. Okay, take a little longer because we'll be boarding by a passenger bus. Super cool, man. Working the smell. That last smell really stunned me at first. I was like, oh crap. It's cool to see how you have to work the problem. And I assume it was repaired automatically because that one's a pretty big deal. Or the gen and up was a pretty big deal. So let's go down here now. In it.
Crew bus is coming.
Request our wins here. It's going to take a minute to upload. We'll wait for that. When to finish uploading here. Cabaret for Romeo. Okay. In it. Excuse me. Okay, so our wind is uploaded. And just 7 left. Zulu. MPX 5 Charlie. Insert.
Passengers bus is coming.
Go to load sheet. We have our packs, so 145 packs. What's expected here? See if we have anyone else on the ground here today. Not as of right now. Yeah, we're gonna pull the shades.
Meine Damen und Herren, herzlich
Keep it
willkommen
cool in
auf
here.
diesem Flug. Bitte verstauen Sie das Handgepäck in den Gepäckfächern. Kleine Gegenstände können unterhalb des Vordersitzes aufbewahrt werden. Bitte schließen Sie die Gepäckfächer, sobald diese voll sind. Falls Sie an einem Notausgang sitzen, müssen alle Gegenstände im Gepäckfach aufbewahrt werden. Das Flugzeug wird momentan betankt. Bitte halten Sie Ihre Sicherheitsgurte geöffnet. Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome aboard this flight. Just a reminder about hand luggage. Small bags may be kept underneath the seat in front of you. All other items must be placed into an overhead locker. We'd appreciate your assistance by closing the overhead lockers once they are completely full. If you are seated in an emergency exit row or a front row bulkhead seat, all your items must be placed into an overhead locker, as the floor area around your seat must be kept completely clear. As we are currently refueling, please ensure that your seatbelt remains unfastened until the seatbelt sign is turned on.
Passengers bus is coming.
Go ahead and grab our initial climb here. I think it's got a pretty high initial climb if I remember right. Not too high. 6,000. Put my feet up while I wait.
Meine Damen und Herren, herzlich willkommen auf diesem Flug. Bitte verstauen Sie das Handgepäck in den Gepäckfächern. Kleine Gegenstände können unterhalb des Vordersitzes aufbewahrt werden. Bitte schließen Sie die Gepäckfächer, sobald diese voll sind. Falls Sie an einem Notausgang sitzen, müssen alle Gegenstände im Gepäckfach aufbewahrt werden. Bitte schließen Sie nun Ihre Sicherheitsgurte, wir werden in Kürze starten. Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome aboard this flight.
And we are done
Care
refueling.
about hand luggage. Small bags may be kept underneath the seat in front of
64.2
you.
and
All other
28.0.
items must be placed into an overhead locker. We'd appreciate your assistance by closing the overhead lockers once they are completely full. If
Sure.
you're seated in emergency exit row or a front row bulkhead seat, all your items must be placed into an overhead locker, as the floor area around your seat must be kept completely clear.
We have 6
Your
full length.
seatbelts can now be fastened for departure.
Calculate. Okay. 145, 145, 147.
Cabin crew, all customers are on board. Boarding is now complete.
3 up 0.9. And a flex temperature of 58. Okay. You're good. Okay, let's go ahead and shut the cockpit door. Okay. Open. Messages. Departure. Pushback. Okay. Start the APU. Make sure video is on 122.8. It is. And let's go through our plan mode while we're waiting. Alright. Flight plan is good. Okay, APU's avail. Fuel pump. Put the beacon on. Start now. Everyone is clear of the aircraft. Okay. Get the bleed air. Ignition. Alright. Starting engine number 1.
Cabin cabin crew arm yellow door selectors and cross-check. Meine Damen und Herren, einen guten Morgen und nochmal herzlich willkommen auf diesem Flug. Wir zeigen Ihnen jetzt ein Video über die Sicherheit an Bord. Wir bitten Sie, diesen Informationen aufmerksam zu folgen. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. Once again, I would like to welcome you on this flight. We are now going to brief you on the safety procedures of this aircraft. Please follow the instructions carefully.
Okay, we have a good start on 1, starting 2.
Herzlich willkommen an Bord, liebe Fluggäste. Im Namen der heutigen Crew darf ich Sie auf Ihrem Condor-Flug begrüßen. Wir sind in Kürze startbereit. Bitte nehmen Sie sich jetzt noch einen Moment Zeit für Ihre Sicherheit.
Brauchen Sie nur, den Verschluss anzuheben. Da jederzeit unerwartet Turbulenzen auftreten können, bleiben Sie bitte wie er zu Ihrer eigenen Sicherheit während des gesamten Fluges angeschnallt. In jedem Fall jedoch, wenn die Anschnallzeichen eingeschaltet sind. Bitte suchen Sie dann auch die Waschräume nicht auf. Verbinden Sie Ihre Mobiltelefone sowie alle weiteren elektronischen Geräte, Musikplayer oder Computer während Start und Landung vollständig auszuschalten.
Left, neutral, aileron, right. Left, neutral, elevator,
Sobald wir unsere Reiseflughöhe
Up,
erreicht haben, dürfen Handys im Flugmodus
down,
benutzt werden.
neutral, flight control
Einen
check
Überblick,
complete.
welche elektronischen Geräte Sie während des Fluges benutzen dürfen, finden Sie in Ihrem
so.
Condor-Magazin.
Earth,
Dieser Flug ist wie alle Condor-Flüge ein Nichtraucherflug. Das Rauchen ist während des gesamten Aufenthalts an Bord nicht gestattet,
one,
auch nicht in den Waschräumen. Verstöße
Up
haben
point
juristische
niner.
Konsequenzen und werden dementsprechend verfolgt. Dieses Flugzeug verfügt über 12 Notausgänge. Sie sind mit dem Bord-Exit gekennzeichnet.
niner,
Leuchtstreifen im Boden markieren den Weg zu den Notausgängen. Bitte beachten Sie, dass sich der nächste Notausgang auch hinter Ihnen befinden kann.
Seacast on,
Die Ausgänge haben aufblasbare Rutschen, über die Sie das Flugzeug im Notfall verlassen. Die Schwimmwesten befinden sich
Auto
unter Ihrem Sitz und sind
Max.
einfach zu handhaben. Ziehen Sie die Schwimmweste über Ihren Kopf, haken
Takeoff
Sie den
config,
Gurt ein und
takeoff
ziehen Sie ihn
config is
straff.
good.
Unmittelbar bevor Sie das Flugzeug über die Notausgänge verlassen, ziehen Sie an den roten Griffen, um die Weste aufzublasen. Benutzen Sie zusätzlich die Mundschläuche, falls erforderlich. Im Fall einer Notwasserung
Ibiza
werden die
traffic,
Rutschen an
this
den
is
Notausgängen als
Condor,
Flüsse benutzt.
7 Kilo
Schwimmwesten für
Yankee,
Kleinkinder
taxiing to
erhalten Sie
runway,
von unseren Flugbegleitern,
holding
die Ihnen
point,
gerne
or
erklären,
runway
wie sie
06,
angewendet
holding
werden.
point, Echo 1 of Golf 1 and Tango.
Im unwahrscheinlichen Fall
Ibiza
eines
traffic.
Flugverlusts fallen automatisch Sauerstoffmasken aus der Kabinendecke. Ziehen Sie die Maske ganz zu sich heran und drücken Sie sie fest auf Mund und Nase. Helfen Sie danach Kindern und hilfsbedürftigen Menschen.
Okay,
Alle Informationen
You're right.
für Ihre Sicherheit finden
Clear
Sie
left.
auch auf der Sicherheitskarte, die sich in
Clear
der
off.
Sitztasche vor Ihnen befindet. Bevor wir nun starten, bitte überprüfen Sie noch einmal, ob Sie alle elektronischen Geräte ausgeschaltet haben und die Sitzgurt geschlossen ist. Stellen Sie nun die Rückenlehne Ihres Sitzes senkrecht. Klappen Sie die Armlehne Ihres Sitzes nach unten. Die Sonnenblenden müssen für Start und Landung geöffnet sein. Wir wünschen Ihnen nun einen sehr angenehmen Flug mit Condor. Ready for takeoff?
Ein kleiner Schritt für Sie, aber ein großer Schritt für Ihre Flugsicherheit.
I welcome you aboard this Condor flight. We'll be ready for takeoff shortly. For your own safety, please give us your attention for just a few moments.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to familiarize you with the safety procedures aboard this aircraft. Thank you for your full attention. Please stow your hand luggage in the overhead compartments. For heavier and hairy items, use the space under the seat in front of you. And make sure that it's closed properly. Please fasten your seat belt. To fasten your belt, buckle the two sections of the belt together like this and pull the belt tight. To undo the belt, just lift the flap. As turbulence can occur unexpectedly at any time, and in the interest of your own safety, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the whole flight, like him. Whenever the seatbelt signs are illuminated, the use of the lavatories is not permitted. Please make sure your mobile phones and all other electronic devices, such as MP3 players or computers, are completely switched off during takeoff and landing. As soon as we have reached our cruising altitude, mobile phones can be used in flight mode. In your Condor magazine, you'll find a list of all approved electronic devices. Like all Condor flights, this is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not permitted anywhere on board during the flight. That includes the lavatories. Contravention will result in legal action. This aircraft has 8 emergency exits. They are marked with the word exit. The escape path lighting will lead you to these exits. Please keep in mind that your nearest exit may be behind you. The exits have inflatable slides which can be used to leave the aircraft in an emergency situation. Your life vest is located underneath your seat and is simple to use. Pull the life vest over your head, close the strap, and pull it tight. Just before leaving the aircraft via the emergency exit, pull the red handles to inflate the life vest. If necessary, blow into the tubes provided. In the event of an emergency ditching, the slides at the exits will serve as floats. Life vests for infants are available from our flight attendants who will be happy to explain how to use them.
You're right.
In the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure,
Ibiza
oxygen mask
traffic.
will drop
This is
automatically from the panel above.
Condor
Pull the mask all the way
7
to
Kilo
the
Yankee
zero.
lining up and
Press
taking
six
off
over mouth
runway
and nose.
06. Ibiza
Then
traffic.
help children and incapacitated people. You'll find all safety information on the safety card in the seat pocket in front of you. Before we take off, please make sure once again that you have switched off all your electronic devices and that your seatbelt is securely fastened. Would you now adjust the backrest of your seats to an upright position,
On
fold up the
runway
table in front of you, and make
06.
sure your armrests are down. The window shades have to remain open during takeoff and landing. We now wish you a very pleasant flight with Condor.
Okay.
Ready for takeoff?
One small step for you,
Run.
one giant leap for
But
flight
chrono.
safety.
Engines 50%. Engine stabilized. And flex 58 SRS runway heading. Auto thrust bleed check. Speed alive. Gust set. .100 knots. Continue. One and rotate. Positive rate of climb. You're up. AP1. Thrust levers to climb. Reset chrono.
Guten Morgen, meine Damen und Herren.
Back one on.
Mein Name ist Michelle Koch und ich freue mich, Sie als Mensch mit Kabine an diesem Flug begrüßen zu dürfen. Insbesondere möchte ich unsere Star Alliance
Back
Mitglieder
you
willkommen
on.
heißen. Falls wir etwas tun können, um den Aufenthalt an Bord angenehmer zu machen, kontaktieren Sie mich. Wir empfehlen Ihnen, diese Kurse während des ganzen Flugs
Flap.
geschlossen zu halten. In Kürze werden wir mit unserem
Ibiza
Bord
traffic. This is
zudem werden wir
Condor
unsere
7 Kilo Yankee airborne passing
Falls Sie
2000.
einen Wunsch haben,
1000. Last call. cruise now. Zero. Okay. That's standard. Picture 158 will be our gate. Okay, we're coming above 10 now. And plane's accelerating to 302 knots. Climb. Alright. We're on the way up to our cruising altitude of flight level 360. It should be about a 2-hour 30-minute flight up to Frankfurt. I will see you on the flip when we're on the descent. So, see you.